My parents accused me of leaking the location of a hidden family heirloom to thieves. Years later, I got a scanned letter from the thief confessing it had been my uncle who orchestrated it. My parents accused me of leaking the location of a hidden family heirloom to thieves. Years later, I got a scanned letter from the thief confessing it had been my uncle who orchestrated it. I was 17 when it happened. My grandmother's diamond brooch, the one she'd worn at her wedding in 1952, disappeared from our house. It wasn't just valuable, it was irreplaceable. My parents kept it in a safe behind a painting in their bedroom. Only immediate family knew where it was hidden. The morning after the robbery, my uncle Richard showed up. He pulled my parents aside and told them he'd seen me taking photos of their bedroom wall the week before, said I was acting suspicious, zooming in on the painting. He suggested I might have told someone about the safe. I hadn't taken any photos. I barely went into their room, but my uncle was Dad's older brother, the successful one with the accounting firm and the perfect family. His word carried weight. My parents confronted me that afternoon. I denied everything, obviously, because I had nothing to do with it, but the more I defended myself, the guiltier I looked in their eyes. My mom kept saying, "Just tell us the truth. Did you tell someone?" My dad wouldn't even look at me. By evening, they'd made their decision. My dad told me to pack a bag, said I couldn't be trusted anymore. I was 17 years old, and they threw me out without proof, without hesitation. I begged them to believe me. My mom cried, but didn't stop my dad from walking me to the door. I spent the next 2 months sleeping on friends' couches, worked double shifts at a gas station to save money for a deposit on a room, somehow finished high school while bouncing between 3 different places. My parents blocked my number, wouldn't respond to emails. College was hell. I took out loans, worked nights, barely slept. Meanwhile, my uncle bought a lake house that same year, paid in cash. Nobody in the family questioned it. They all just congratulated him on his smart investments. 7 years passed. I graduated, got a decent job, met someone incredible. Her name's Maya. We got engaged last month and posted photos online, nothing fancy, just us at the beach with the ring. 3 days later, I got an email from an address I didn't recognize. No subject line, just an attachment. It was a scanned handwritten letter. The handwriting was shaky, barely legible in some spots. It started, "My name is Tom Broussard. I'm dying of cancer and need to clear my conscience before I go." He explained everything. My uncle had hired him to rob the house. Richard gave him the security code, told him exactly where the safe was, even which hours my parents would be out. They split the money from selling the brooch, $140,000. Tom kept the text from my uncle's burner phone as insurance in case Richard ever tried to screw him over. He attached screenshots. Everything was there. My uncle's messages, painting in the master bedroom, code is 7291. Another one, they'll be gone Saturday from 2 to 6. Park 2 streets over. I stared at my screen for 20 minutes, hands shaking. 7 years. 7 years of being called a thief by my own parents. 7 years of them choosing his word over mine. I forwarded the email to my parents. Didn't write anything, just sent it. 20 minutes later, my dad called. I let it ring. He called again. Then my mom. I finally picked up on the third try. My dad's voice was broken. He said, "We need to talk, please." Turns out my uncle had recently asked them to loan him $50,000. Said it was for a business investment. My dad had been suspicious but couldn't figure out why. Now everything made sense. The lake house. The new car 2 years ago. The European vacation. They showed up at my apartment yesterday. Didn't call first, just knocked. Maya answered, and I heard my mom's voice in the hallway asking if I was home. I came to the door. My mom's eyes were red and swollen. My dad looked like he'd aged a decade. He opened his mouth to speak, but nothing came out. My mom finally said, "We're so sorry. We were wrong. We should have believed you." I looked at both of them standing there. 7 years of struggle. 7 years of holidays alone. 7 years of wondering if my own parents ever thought about me. I said, "You believed him over me without proof. You threw me out when I was 17. That's all I need to know." My mom started crying. "Please, let us make this right. Come to dinner." Is Uncle Richard going to be there?" My dad shook his head quickly. "No, we're not speaking to him. We're filing. Good for you." Then I closed the door.